Okay, so now we're gonna talk about maybe like part 2, I guess. Let me see if I can get this a little bit straighter. Okay, so sorry about my wild hairdo. It was under a hat. I had to get away from all, give people the parking. I was kind of hogging 3 spaces. So, okay, part 2, the teaching. All right. All right, sometimes I believe that anxiety, panic disorder, obviously, it's repressed feelings. And these repressed feelings are usually like stuff somewhere in the body because our processor, the emotional body, I know of 8 bodies. So we have like emotional body, mental body, physical body, spirit body, higher self, you want to call it that, whatever. You have, an astral body, ether body, all these components like work together. The one that is really effed up is the emotional body. And in shamanism, it's the most difficult one to get back to you. And it's the first one to fragment off and go float like over in China. I mean, really far away. Some people, their emotional body are so far away, like they're not even, they can't process emotions at all. And usually are like in complete shutdown, like don't deal with anything, don't stand up for themselves and nothing. So when one reason that you have to recapitulate, and okay, so there's the physical world technique of how you recapitulate, but it's how that recapitulation plays out with dealing with your emotions and getting your emotional body closer and closer and closer to you, which helps you to generate power, which, not that it makes you immortal, but the more power that you can generate or bring back to yourself, or retrieve, then the healthier you're going to be, probably the longer you're going to live in the body. And it's necessary because if you want to leave this world, create another world, your own world, or you want to keep your physical body and move through space and time, there are I'm not going to call them beings, but once we're human that are still living in their human body that are 2,000 years old that go through cracks in time. Move in and out of those time-space continuums because they've achieved such a relationship with all of their bodies and are operating in full power. Any power that's been lost along the way has been fully retrieved. So this world, this third world, or whatever we want to call it, or whatever third dimension people call it, just batters your luminous sphere your whole life. And punches holes in it until it leaks out onto everything. And in some cases, it's actually absorbed and used until there's nothing left. And then it's like a prune, like sucked on you. And then you die. And then they throw you through the, bullshit heaven, reincarnation bullshit shit, where they give you what you want in a computer-generated program. And then they retrap you into an electronic cage. And then they shock you and you don't remember anything and then they send you back in. So that's reincarnation. And you're not achieving more and more awareness. You're actually losing it because you're getting further away from remembering. You're getting further away from until you live so long that there's not even a soul to collect after you die. There's no longer tractor beam to pull you up because all of your valuable energy, your soul, spirit, ether body, astral body, has now been completely eliminated. So you cease to exist completely. Okay, so when sometimes we're shifting into different states of awareness, we bump up against a different state of awareness. I believe like undealt with emotional stuff triggers the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks, because the emotional body is so far away that you cannot access it. And when you move into the awareness, like, you know, all of a sudden you just shift. You're still in this world, but I notice when I do it now, the switch, the light changes, and I know that I'm in the everything, which is this world and everything else, all the layers and the energies that exist in it, where the magic is, the potential is, where you're powerful, you know, you're a superhero kind of in that energies fields, moving in and out of it. But you can't access it if you're going into it, because you don't have your emotional body even remotely connected to you. So it's feeling, when you step into those states of awareness, or the inner dimensions, or the higher dimensions, or whatever you want to call it, third attention, it's a feeling thing. So your emotional body is required. And if you're not in a relationship with your emotional body, then you're going to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks. And you're going to think about this as, you know, it's a physical thing, and it's not. What it's saying is you can't really access those higher worlds. And most of the time we haphazardly shift in and out. People say to me, like, well, I don't understand. Like, you know, not everything triggers my panic attacks and anxiety attacks. And sometimes certain things do. But just because you're trying to shift, and you can't shift because you're not in a relationship with your emotional body. And your emotional body is really far. And so you have anxiety because you don't have your emotional body close to you so that you can feel what's going on. You know, feel, because it's a wave, it's a particle. Once you stop, and it's like particles are contacting particles, and you have to have your emotional body for that. It has to be intact. It can't be far away from you, or you're going to have anxiety and panic attacks. And so it's really important to find someone that you can learn the physical techniques of recapitulation from, and then be able to have a better relationship with your emotional body, so that you can travel states of awareness. Or when you shift into those states of awareness, you're not going to have an immediate anxiety and panic attack. But you'll, you know, maybe you'll just have a moment of whoosh anxiety, and then you're like, okay, I'm in, right? It'll get less and less until all of a sudden you'll just be standing there. Even in light, I can walk into a Walmart and I can have a lot of anxiety and tension because I have to go in there. And then I can just shift myself into the higher state of awareness so that I can walk around the store in a heightened state of awareness, which really helps me. And I'll even notice like the lights in the whole building change. They become like more diffused because and I always wonder if people can like see me. Some people can see me, maybe, I don't know, because I've shifted how I'm operating. Okay, so that's your double teaching for today. Sorry, I haven't really been putting anything up. I'm going to try more. I've had a lot of shifting, and there's just been a lot of, you know, moving things around and reorganizing and unorganizing and being on the road quite a bit and dealing with, you know, my own stuff at this time. And anyway, so I just came up with a different idea. Maybe I could put these videos on my tablet, and then I can put them up on my YouTube channel, and then people can have access to them. So anyway, not to be a, you know, therapy pusher or anything like that, but if you find yourself in a place where you need some private coaching for shamanism or dealing with your emotional body or sessions, you can look up the Ministry of Consciousness Nevada.org is my ministry. And there's all kinds of fun stuff on there. I'm not finished building it yet, but yeah. building websites, another physical world issue. But there's pages on there for my shamanism healing sessions, and that also covers coaching, shamanism coaching. And then I have Earth Solutions, which is about going different places and doing healings. Property, land, big corporate office buildings I've done before. New homes, new land, group ceremonies. Also consult and see if you need medicines that I can put together and pray over that I can send to you, that you can put on your land or in the water. Do your own little ceremony. And then I also have my shamanic products. And I do have some power healing things in there too that can help with homes and different things. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Hang in there while we're changing. Change your state of awareness. All right. Like Jill Taylor Bolt says, move to the right side. Move to the right side of your brain. Yep. Move to the right side. Adios. Adios.